What do we love most about being here right now?
Together at the Essence Fest.
It's the celebration for us.
Yeah.
And an affirmation for us.
Yeah.
Once again, to be able to share the stage in somewhere that we had a pivotal point in our careers, which was Floeticism. So right now, main stage is just Floeticist, songstress, giving right back where we started.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
I first fell in love with music when my dad played me Weather Report.
Okay.
And then I used to harmonize with Jaco Pastorius and Wayne Shorter, and I thought that I had it all figured out. I was 2.
Music, oh goodness. So as an army brat, we traveled a lot, and my mum's reel-to-reel brought with us all of our culture. Yeah, so my mum and my dad, it was like a sound check clash, Jamaica family. So we had my mum playing Burning Spear and Bob Marley and the Wailers, so all that music that tells you about who you are in this world. And my dad's clashing with some George Benson and some Ella Fitzgerald. And to be honest with you though, and I got a feeling you'll agree with this, Marsh, I think we fell in love with music before we even knew what it was to fall in love with music.
Like there's so many songs that lend an emotion that at that early age, you should know that it's to bring you to tears. Like I should know that an Ella Fitzgerald song is supposed to make you cry.
Yeah.
It's the emotion of the music. So yeah, way before
it's
any
that,
understanding, it's just instilled. My
that
mother,
vibration.
DJ, my dad played bass, so music, it was everything from Queen to Funkadelic.
Yeah, we had a good time too. Okay, favorite music teacher. I did not study music at school at all. My musical studies are from my mother, my auntie Levine, my brother and his sound system. You know what I mean? So my favorite musical teachers have been my family. That being said, Mr. Burton at the Brit School was pretty cool. He said to me, "I've got a great tone," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm an actress. What are you talking about? No interest in music whatsoever. Goodbye." Yeah.
My favorite music teacher, it's definitely the families. But my mother, she's somewhat of a hoarder. Sorry, Mum, you are, because I shouldn't have my first year and my 5th year school reports, which then told me that Christopher Lloyd, my music teacher at St. John the Divine, and then Charles Overbrook said that I was really good at music and I should pursue a career. And that's when I was 11. So thanks, Christopher Lloyd. You were kind of a bit spot on about that. Didn't know at the time. Didn't pay attention in class. Aced the test though. Got an A.
Okay. This is going to be interesting, our opinions on R&B and pushing music forward. Personally, I feel as though black music in particular has been boxed into one sound. I think that musicians are underappreciated, which is always going to slow music down. That being said, I don't want to rain on anybody's parades, and I don't think it's... I don't think the best foot forward is a negative comment. So I would say that I actually feel as though there's a need for more right now. There's a need for more expression. There's a need for more allowance of expression. Say, for instance, I know it's very difficult for black people of color, to put out a Sam Smith album right now, an Adele album, an Amy Winehouse album, and that's music that we manifested and created. So I feel that right now we are pigeonholed, actually, and I hear more creativity outside of the industry than I do in the industry, and I think that's something that it would be in everyone's best interest to shift. When we first came in, remember
like what do you do?
What is it? And we're like, we're Floetry. It's a genre of our own. So what do you think, Marsh?
If you could find us in the Floetry section, then so be it. But R&B as a whole is now one umbrella, but there's all these pockets of things that people identify as the same because it's quote unquote urban. So it's trap, it's black. If it's hip hop, it's black. But soul, Sam Smith or Adele might sing it, but it's still in this thing that covers just one area. So as far as pushing it forward, we just need more voices. There used to be a ton of things that you could purchase on that Tuesday. You used to go, what's released this week?
Yeah.
And you would buy it, no question. I think people have their hands on so many things, and it could be an MP3, it could be a download that's available to you immediately. I remember going to your house just to hear this Jodeci mix.
Oh, come on.
That we couldn't hear again because
Yeah.
it was only coming on the radio. You don't have exclusivity in music anymore, and I think that's where everything is getting lost. So I feel like the ones that are protecting that art, when that happens to manifest, you notice it a bit more. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Like Emily King. I told you about that album. Emily King's album, The Switch, that just came out. Phenomenal album, live musicianship at its finest, and she's just doing her thing. She's just out here.
Gregory Porter gives me life, you know, being able to hear something different. And I think also in terms of age, unfortunately, all of our music right now is like in one age bracket. Growing up, we had what was for us, then there was grown music, grown men and grown women putting out music about grown experiences, not everything being based on a certain age. So
like the things that your parents were like, yeah, don't listen to that one.
Yeah.
Where are those songs? I wanted to sneak and listen to something like, oh, Millie Jackson, put that away.
Yeah.
Betty White, put it away.
Yeah.
I want those. Like, give me the ones that I wasn't supposed to listen to.
Yeah, lots of variety. I think we might have come off the question a bit, but I think variety is definitely lacking right now. The first time we were nominated for a Grammy, gosh, that was such a feeling.
Man, not wrecking the room when we actually lost it.
No, that was after.
When we got it.
Being nominated for a Grammy was a really amazing experience. It
put things in perspective.
Yeah, it was really aligning.
We're not just working out here. We're not going unnoticed. The things that we stood by and wanted to actually be portrayed as and perceived as were actually happening. It's like we're being acknowledged for more than just the music. We're being acknowledged as black women in this industry saying something. So it felt just a tad bit bigger than what we thought it was going to be.
And I think what was also very satisfying was there was no expectation. So to be amongst just some phenomenal people, you know, there's so much to the Grammys, how many people get nominated, all the different categories. It's very vast, you know. So many people only see that TV part. They don't know how vast. Yeah, it's really, really vast. So, you know what? It was humbling and aligning, and it brought a degree of self-awareness as well. Like, you know, we're manifesting something that's appreciated. So it was actually a great feeling, just a really, really great feeling.
Floetry, songstress, we are Floetry.
And you're watching Grammy Pro.